You know, a lot of people have been talking today about Howard Schultz, the CEO of Starbucks, and the statement he made, the official statement he released, stating that people with guns are not welcome in Starbucks. Now, up until this point, Starbucks has been saying that, whatever the state law is what the law is inside their store. If you can carry a gun on the street outside their store, you can carry a gun inside their store. I always respected that. That didn't seem pro-gun or anti-gun to me. That just sounded like we will obey the laws of our state. And to me, that was a positive thing. So I've always supported Starbucks. I'm not a big coffee drinker, but members in my family are. And I will have to say that between the lot of us, we go to Starbucks probably between 4 and 7 times a week. Not a lot, but that's quite a bit for most people. So always been trying to support them. Even when they started raising prices even though their costs were going down. Coffee prices have dropped dramatically in the United States for the actual raw goods, but they kept raising their prices. And I was like, well, it's not the best business policy in my opinion, but I'll still keep supporting them. Then they switched to where they got rid of the third-party baked goods. Used to be you go in there and have a piece of carrot cake, a piece of coffee cake, a piece of lemon cake, that was made by third-party local suppliers that they brought into the store and sold through their own shops. And it was always pretty good stuff, so I enjoyed going in. Well, they replaced that recently with their own little brand name, prepackaged little blocks of sawdust that they sell as supposedly baked goods. I mean, these are things that make Little Debbie's seem like gourmet snacks. And I was like, well, I'm not going to be ordering any of those anymore, but I'll get them for the kids maybe. But still kept supporting them. So now you come out and you make an anti-gun statement. And I hate to break it to you, that's anti-gun. You try to say, well, we're not pro-gun or anti-gun. We're just saying no guns allowed. Well, saying no guns are allowed is an anti-gun statement. That is an anti-gun policy. So you can't maintain this illusion of neutrality when you ban guns from your store. I mean, you say, well, it's not an outright ban. Well, you've told people not to bring them. So to me, that tells me that's a ban. You don't want me in there if I have my gun. So now I have to sit down, I have to weigh all these things. I have to decide, do I still want to support this company? And there's lots of things this company do that I agree with. Well, one, I like the fact that they're very vocal in support of gay marriage. I like the fact that they're very vocal on equality. I like that they supposedly treat their employees pretty good. But, I have to weigh these other things. I have to say, you've been raising prices even when your own costs are going down. You're cutting out local third-party vendors just to make more profit for yourselves. Now this anti-gun stuff. And let's face it, some of your business practices in the past have been a little unscrupulous, especially people who live in Portland know what I mean. So I have to sit and I have to consider all these things and say, is this a business I want to continue to support? And like I said, I know my little $100 a week doesn't mean much to people like Norman Schultz, but it's a personal decision and I have to make it. But I didn't want to come across as like some ranting loon on YouTube, someone screaming, blah, 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 blah. So I had to sit down, I had to think up a well-reasoned, intelligent response. Like I said, I didn't want to sound like a nut job. So after sitting down and carefully considering my words and deciding, do I want to continue to support this company, I pretty much was able to sum up what I want to say in just a really quick statement. F*** Starbucks. You ain't even my real dad.
Meow, meow.